Hello and welcome to Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. I am your host, Lady L of Success Beyond Strategies LLC, building strategies that become successful actions, helping business owners and entrepreneurs identify their vision, mission, and purpose, and turning them into legal, successful, and profitable business entities. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share this post. I'm working on my SEO, which we are going to briefly talk about today. But this show is brought to you by the Magnet Exchange Group, a book club and social club of like minded individuals with powerful magnetic attraction that develops healthy relationships, sharing wisdom and experiences in generational wealth development and wealth preservation. Now, before we go into today's business strategy and tip, I want to do a recap. And I tell you how powerful this magnetic attraction is. We had our class today, our 10 o'clock class this morning, and we were talking about the very topic that I spoke about 1 month ago today. And that was search engine optimization. When I went through my previous shows, and the title of the show for May 2nd was How Do I Define the Type of Audience My Business Should Reach or Impact? Well, what is that? Search engine optimization. I said, you know what? You guys, let me tell you, you need to go to magnetexchangegroup.com. You need to come into this arena with us, this book club, this social club of like-minded individuals. When I tell you we have a connection, we have a connection. So I'm just going to briefly go over what we talked about on that day: search engine optimization, tagging people, which I am learning to begin to do so that I can expand my audience, because I feel God has blessed me truly with the 40 plus years of experience that I'm able to share, and I would love to reach a much larger audience. And also in the tagging of those people, it goes and flows into their notifications. So even if they're not on your live presentation or into your news feed, they get a notification. So, hey, well, let me check out Lady L on business strategies and tips. Let's see what she talked about today. And post in the stories. Now on Facebook, it posts in the stories automatically, as well as in addition as to your news feed. So when I looked at this, I'm saying, oh wow, this is not a coincidence. When you have a magnetic attraction with like-minded people, the spirit of God just flows and just goes from heart to heart and breast to breast. It is nothing short of amazing. Now, we're going to go into today's show. As you all know, for the month of June, I've been helping promote other businesses in addition to Success Beyond Strategies LLC, to just give people a platform to put themselves out there. I'm excited. I've got a couple of people that are already giving me their feedback. So Friday and Saturday, please, 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 ma'am, please, sir, in this post that'll go out today, please respond and let me know your name, your business name, your website, your product and services, so that I can give you a shout out on Friday and Saturday. We want to support one another's business. Now, with that being said, let's get into our tip. My t-shirt for today is about generational wealth development and wealth preservation. So I am wearing my grandmama t-shirt today, which says, my grandchildren are amazing, and obviously because they take after their grandmama. So I have another couple of other shirts. I may be promoting them this weekend because I want to bring across the importance of developing generational wealth with your business, your organization, and even your ministry. You want to do generational wealth development, generational wealth preservation. We not only want to acquire money through our business, because I mean, come on, let's face it, we got into business to make some money. as an alternative to maybe working for someone else's corporation. You decided to step out in faith and step out on what God had given you as a vision, mission, and purpose, taking your gifts, talents, and callings and say, I'm turning it over and seeing how I can be of service and how I can be an asset financially to the community. So, with that being said, let's go to and define what is generational wealth. Generational wealth refers to any kind of asset that families pass down to their children's, their children's children, their children's children's children. If you set it up correctly, it can outlive you generationally. Not just the first one, not just the second one, but the fourth and the fifth. And if you are privileged to sow into your children and your grandchildren and sow into your great grandchildren, sow those seeds deep enough in their good soil where they will carry it. Look at your Rockefellers, your Hiltons. They go beyond the fourth and fifth generation because they make sure that they are passing along the generational wealth principles. It's about principles. Methods change, procedures change, but the principles, that foundational core development stays put and it's just built upon. Whether you're investing levels of cash into investment type of entities, whether it's stocks, property, real estate, these are things that you need to sit down and analyze. Where are these entities or these instruments going, especially in today's economy? You need to be more proactive in what is going on financially and going into sound resources of information. Don't believe the hype on the news. But if you connect to organizations such as Magnet Exchange Group, we have colleagues, we have kings and queens that go in deep in getting the real deal information, that we share this wisdom and we give the information that you can examine for yourself, that you can make sound quality decisions for yourself and your family. Now, just some ideas of generational wealth building, as I forestated. You may want to look at studying the stock market. I know it's something, especially minorities and people of color, we've run from, but it's not to be ran away from. It's about to learn and understand and comprehend. Eliminate the fact that, oh, it's too much to learn. No, it's not too much to learn. What's too much is poverty, lack, limit, and insufficiency. That's what's too much, okay? We need to educate ourselves. We need to educate our children. We need to educate our children's children. That is our responsibility. Everything is not on the school system. Everything is not on other entities that you're looking for outside of you being first and foremost, is that first point of contact. You are in business. You are engulfing and embarking business. You need to know how money works. So look for information that will teach you how money works. If you go to magnetexchangegroup.com, you will get those viable resources. Talking about real estate, building a business that you can pass down. One person in particular that I have watched over the years, and some people may still remember, but he's called the Cake Boss out of Bayonne, New Jersey. And he has taught generationally his father, his grandfather. Now he's teaching his children. So we have to understand the value and the importance. Now, you may have grandchildren that may not be directly connected to what your business does, but it is your responsibility to find out what their gift and talent is. And it don't take long to see it. I look at my nieces and my nephews now that are coming up, and I can instantly tell by what they do, what their core gift and talent is. They do it without any training, technical training or specific training. They just do it naturally. So that is what you want to help develop. They're artists, they're singers, they're dancers, they're into cosmetology, they're into so many, they're into technology. Whatever they are into, you as a grandparent especially, you need to look at how you can invest your money into what they're doing, whether it's their formal training or formal education. Take advantage of some of the resources that maybe life insurances can handle or can do. We have those resources available as well. So these are just some of the things that you can put aside to invest for their future, whether it's through your business or in adjacent to your business. You need to make sure that you're doing this in creating the multiple streams of income. Yes, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. There's other things that you can add to your business that can bring revenue into your business in addition to the products and services that your business provides. Now, this is the one thing that the Magnet Exchange Group had to teach me and had to drill it in me. And I still have to remind myself, pay yourself first. After you give of your tithes or your offerings or to your favorite charities or however you do that, you need to pay yourself first. This way you have, after you've worked and toiled and put in the sweat equity, whether it's your job or your business or both, whatever you find yourself bringing in as revenue stream, you need to pay yourself first. It's your thank you to you for putting in the time, for putting in the sweat equity, for putting in the investment in you to put into your personal development. Personal development is a lifestyle. Just like prayer and studying the Word of God should be a lifestyle. Just like studying about your industry, that's a lifestyle. That's an investment in you. Even your self-care, that's an investment in you. Pay yourself first. Then after you've done your giving, after you've paid yourself first, then put into your investments. Whatever market that is, put in your investments. Then take what's left and either pay the expenses of your business, your home. So make sure that you are not overextending yourself. Make sure you have financial plans, what you most people call a budget, for your business and for your personal life. And if you have to make some sacrifices for a season, and that season could be a couple of years, it's going to be worth it when you have developed a generational wealth plan and wealth preservation plan, and you're working that plan. Some plans may take a minimum of 3 years. Give yourself that time. If it's 5 years, give yourself that time, but stay focused. Sometimes you may have to forego a little bit of a vacation and make it a staycation, or just be creative with that downtime for yourself that does not put out a lot of expense, and stick to your plan, making the adjustments along the way, because there's going to be some profits, there's going to be some losses. Balance that out by making sure that you're making sound quality investments, and you will find that it's going to pay off in the long run. When you look back on those 3 years and you're laying on the beach, partaking of your favorite libation or beverage, you're going to say that 3 years or that 5 years of sweating was worth it. I know that's what I'm doing. I'm going to look back 65, 68, and I'm doing some little things along the way, but 68, I'm looking at generationally. I'm going to be looking at my grandchildren doing what they do and being there, being that supportive grandmama. I'm excited. I can hardly wait. Wealth preservation means to safeguard the wealth that you have developed so that you are not constantly in a losing position, that you're preserving it. Means that you're effectively saving on all forms or bonds of similar options or opportunities of resources, of instruments that you're investing in. You can preserve your wealth by managing your money well. Take the time to, sometime I do it weekly, and make sure that the financial plan that I established for myself, that I'm staying on track. And if I got off track, why? Because life happens, okay? But you don't want to overextend yourself. Increase your income, whatever you have to do. I know some people already working 2, 3 jobs. Look at making sure that those jobs are giving you the value, not just taking a job running after money. Because when you run after money, it runs away from you. While you're chasing it, it's running away from you. But if you are positioning yourself in the right investments, in the right business execution that's bringing you the right revenue into your business, then you're not wasting time, but you're taking time and putting value to your time. Your time is your most priceless commodity. We have very little of it. Use it well. Invest wisely. Bring the pieces of together, meaning have a diversified portfolio. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. If that basket drops, you already know the deal. So make sure that your portfolio is diversified. And as you're preserving your wealth, consider estates and trusts. So these are resources and tools that is available to you. And I know it's a lot of information out there. And I believe that's one of the missions that I have, to bring to you sound, solid resources that you can take advantage of, that you can implement for you and your family, for you and your business. So I'm just so grateful and thankful for this privilege and opportunity to present this information to you. So with that being said, to please go to Success Beyond Strategies, that's STRATEGZ.com, and fill out the information so that we can follow up with you to make sure that we're sitting down with you and making sure that you are putting together the right wealth preservation and wealth development plans. Go to magnetexchangegroup.com and look at some of the information that's there that will help you also with your wealth preservation and wealth development. I'm telling you, it was the greatest decision that I have ever made as a result of this pandemic. This pandemic was for you to sit down and assess your life, your home, your family, your person, your business, your gifts, your talents, your callings, your vision, your mission, and purpose. This was a reflective time. It wasn't a time to just black out because you're not able to gratify the things that you're accustomed to gratifying in your person, but to take your person to the next dimension, the next stage and phase of your life for you and your family, to put in a different mindset. It is so critically important to have the right mindset in business. Life-changing alliances, check them out on my Facebook. Friend them, like them, subscribe. I'm trying to tell you, they have been, along with my pastor's daily affirmations. That's how I got through the pandemic. That's how I got to the next level of what I felt that God was giving me to do. And I'm just so excited about my journey. You want to be excited about your business journey. Yes, it's going to be some work. Yes, you're going to put in the sweat equity. But if you purpose in your mind, I am going to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because the day is going to come where uncomfortable is going to position my life, my business, my organization, my ministry to flow and do exactly what God has called and destined me to do. There is nothing more fulfilling than fulfilling your purpose and your destiny for your life. And it is your responsibility to find out what that is. And if you are serious, God will show you what it is. He will reveal it to you, and He will give you the strategies, the plans, the innovation, the creativity, the witty inventions, the ideas. He will equip you with everything you need. He will connect you, magnetic attraction, to the right people that will lead you and guide you along your path. I'm personally here to tell you, there hasn't been anybody that God has connected me to that for whatever that season, reason, or purpose was not fulfilled. And it's still being fulfilled. And I am just so grateful and thankful that I have this opportunity to be able to share this wisdom with you. It is so critically important. You need to sit down. We talked about the SWOT, your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your challenges or traps. You need to sit down and define those things and make sure that you are properly positioning your time, your energy, your resources in the right areas, in your business, in your home, for your family. Please do that. Please do that. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me today on Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. I am your host, Lady L. Please follow me on my YouTube channel. That's Lady Vern, Ladyverne. Maybe doing some changes on that to put Success Beyond Strategies, but look for it, because if you put it in there, it's going to come up on the search engine. Go back on these shows, and they're titled, so you know exactly what you need to go back on, and make sure that you're doing the checks and balances that we talked about. Make sure that you are going to Man and Exchange Group. Like, subscribe, get those notifications, because I'm telling you, the information is priceless. And that 10 o'clock call, you're getting thousands and thousands of dollars worth of information at no cost to you. Invest in you. You are the most prized commodity. You and your time. Invest it well. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. Tune in tomorrow. Get that information from me. I'm going to put it in these posts so that you can send that information to me. I want to give a shout out to your business so that we can support you. Looking forward to sharing that with everyone. Bye-bye for now.